Good morning, welcome back to the program. I got a hot cup of coffee refilled. Thank you, Rocky Mountain Roastery. And I'm hanging out with Jimmy Lahrman, mayor of Winter Park. And Jimmy, big things happening, a lot of development in Winter Park. And we've got takeovers, partnerships, not takeovers, but the purchase of Intrawest, huge excitement. So is this a Winter Park success story, or is this county, what are we seeing? Are we, should Granby residents be excited about this or not really? Are we just seeing?
I think so. Hands down, the KSL Aspen Ski Corp piece is great for the entire county. It's not just an East End piece.
Because we're going to see great, money poured into the ski resort, and we talked about affordable housing in Winter Park. So, what benefits? Why is it great for the county?
Well, I think, like you mentioned before, they've really got the foresight and the dollars to invest in the community, and they're going to bring a good product to the ski slopes. That good product is going to want to expand. They're going to want to go other places. And you're exactly right. Grand Lake has got, the largest natural lake, the entrance to Rocky Mountain National Park. Hot Sulphur Springs has got the hot springs. Granby's got golf courses. It's got rafting. We see rafting and horseback riding in Kremling. So every part of the county
this
really
county
has...
is rich in activity. That's for sure. And so when we start growing one area, we all gain because everyone's piques their interest. They're going to go looking around and find other things to do.
Agreed. I think we're really positioned well as not only a community but as a county to move to the next level.
So Jimmy, huge success of our summer so far has been the development and release of our new stage. It's an absolute beautiful gem downtown. We've already had a biggest jazz festival we've ever had. We've had some great concerts in the park on Thursday nights. How much did that cost, and how is this getting paid for?
Well, first off, thank you. It was a great project. It was a great amenity for the community. Price tag on it was about $3.2 million. A lot of good work done by the council on that. But we had a long-term plan, and again, one of the things that's so important in our community is partnerships, and I can't stress it enough. We got Coble and Company to come to the table with a partnership for us on the stage.
And locals recognize the name Rendezvous because Rendezvous is a big part of Coble and Company.
Correct.
Coble Company owns and runs Rendezvous.
That's their big development here in Winter Park, and so they have decided to enter into a partnership with us to name this, to have the naming rights for the stage for 15 years, and then they are also going to purchase the chamber building and property right across from the stage in the park and redevelop that site at some point.
Wow.
So we basically recouped the entire amount back that we invested in the stage.
Paid for. The stage is paid for.
So we can reinvest that amount back into the community for other amenities that are needed.
How incredible. So
partnerships are good for us.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a huge asset to the town to have that paid for. And just the stage is, everybody, I think, exceeded expectations across the board. It's just a fantastic thing.
And I'm going to give a shout out real quick to Big Valley Construction because they took on the project and started construction in August, and they delivered a product that was ready to go in June. And I've had so many locals say to me that, we sit there and we saw all the construction, and then I showed up for a concert and it was like nothing ever happened. It was a seamless transition into just a new stage as opposed to a temporary stage. So shout out to Big Valley for their effort on that one.
And from a parking standpoint, where are we parking cars right now for all this stuff? Because there's another development going on across the street from the park, and that is where a lot of cars used to get to park. And so what's the plan going forward? I know we just talked about the grocery store. That's huge.
Right. So, obviously we've got a couple of areas that we're going to work on as far as redevelopment. As you mentioned, the Shed property is one of those properties where we used to park cars. We used to park cars down at the Sitzmark South as well, where the grocery store and the attainable housing are going in. And we built a 2-story parking structure there to accommodate some of that, as we talked about. And we're going to look at adding a third level onto the existing
The parking challenges are actually in process already.
Correct.
It's just right now we're in the growing pains of it takes time to get these things done.
And I always say, lack of parking is a good problem to have. That just means a lot of people are coming here and really utilizing all of our amenities and enjoying the great outdoors.
All right. Well, we need to take a quick break. And do we have time for one more spot,
Yes.
Turner?
Yes.
The powers that be said so. So we're going to talk with
Jimmy.
we're going to talk with Jimmy Lahrman after the break here a little bit more. Maybe we'll chat about transportation. That's been another huge success and change coming up. So we'll be back in a moment.
Great.
Stick with us.